My brother told me at Thanksgiving that he kicked someone's ass for me 20 years ago. My immediate family had Thanksgiving at my younger sister's house this year. I really didn't want to go. I was just getting over COVID and had brain fog horribly, and was struggling with a weird bout of depression it had brought on top of depression I had been dealing with for years. On top of everything, I've just never been super close with my family, including my 3 siblings. But me and my brother have just never had a close relationship, really, at all, or so I thought. Me, 35, and my brother, 44, were talking with my older sister and her husband, my younger sister's husband and my mom, and of course there was reminiscing and stories. I don't remember how it was brought up, but my brother mentioned how close me and my younger sister were to him, and how much we loved him when we were little girls. But when we turned into teenagers, we became bratty towards him and wouldn't talk with him anymore. I could hear the heartbreak in his voice and see it on his face. I never knew this. I just never knew this was the reason we hardly ever talked. I don't remember a lot of my childhood. I attribute it to PTSD from my dad's physical and mental abuse, so I just always assumed it had to be due to our age gap. A few minutes after this, we started talking about the fights my brother had been in as a teenager, young adult. He's short and thin, but I have never met someone so unafraid to fight any and everyone, even if he had a good chance of losing. He started talking about how he had to kick some guy's ass for me, back when I was 16. I had never heard this story and asked what he was talking about. Here's what started it all. I was 16 and a virgin. A band had just moved into a big house a few houses down from mine, and I was real big into guys in bands, so would start hanging out at the house with them. The guys were in the age range of 21-26. Most of these guys left me alone. They didn't make advances toward me, and one of the guys, the bassist, actually would try to keep an eye on me and even tried to warn me about one of the guys affiliated with their band. We still talk on and off to this day. The guy he was trying to warn me about was the band manager and lived at the house. He was 25. One day, I skipped school and went over to the house. No one was there except him. At 16, my hormones were raging and I walked with him to his bedroom, knowing what was going to happen and wanted it. We had sex. Of course, now, I realize he groomed me and raped me. Part 2 soon.